Hey all you cool cats, this is Haney, your new ultrasound faculty, and I'm going to be talking with you about ultrasound at UW and specifically how this pertains to the new QPathE. We're going to cover three things in this presentation. First, the standard ultrasound workflow at UW, next, an introduction to QPathE, and last, a quick refresher on documentation. When you decide to do an exam, you're going to start by clicking the patient button on any of the machines in the ED. That'll pull up a form that looks like this. Click New/End to pull up a new form, and the information that we need has not really changed. At a minimum, you have to put in the patient's medical record number under this ID bar here. You'll also put in the HealthLink ID of the person doing the scan under the reading doctor bar here, and the HealthLink ID of the attending or fellow that's supervising the ultrasound under the referring doctor bar here. When you're done, go ahead and click Done as seen here, and proceed with your scan. When you're done, click on that patient button one more time, and that'll pull you back into this form. Click New/End to end the exam and start the process of transmitting your ultrasound to QPath. Just a reminder, all of the steps and the required views for the different ultrasound indications are attached to each of the machines in the ED, as seen here. To view your exam in QPath, you can do this in one of two ways. First, you can go to UConnect and click on Quick Links. You'll see two options for QPathE. Starting on Monday, June 22nd, it'll be important that you click on the QPathE button here. The other, or more simple option, is to simply type in qpath.uwhealth.org into any browser, and that will bring you to a screen that looks like this. The login information is pretty simple. It's your HealthLink ID and your password. This is what the home screen of QPathE will look like. I want to point out a few things here. First, if you ever get lost, click on the Home button on the left side of the screen, and that'll take you back to the home screen. Next, you can click on Browse, and that'll pull up a few different things for you to click on. To view your exams, you can click on either DICOM exams or exams as seen here. DICOM exams gives you a little bit more information, such as the number of scans that you did, how many clips and images you've obtained, etc., while exams gives you a more simplified look. And this is what the exam sheet will look like. So the relevant information here is all highlighted in red, such as the date, the patient ID, the exam type, the QA status, etc. This is all totally customizable, so you can drag and drop things in the order that you want, or you can remove or add in certain things based on your individual preferences by clicking the three dots in any of the columns. So the first step is going to be editing the patient information. So this is done by highlighting the exam and clicking Edit at the top of the screen as seen here. That'll pull up a form that looks like this. From here, you'll be able to edit the patient ID. So for example, you have a cardiac arrest or a trauma patient that comes in, you should be able to retroactively edit the MRN. If you scroll down, you'll be able to select the exam type from the different list of ED exam types. And if you scroll down further, you'll be able to edit the operator and the attending of those who perform the exam. When you're done, click Save in the top left corner and exit back to the home screen. The next step will be submitting for QA. So to view the exam, you're going to select the exam as seen in blue here, and you're going to click Open in the top as seen here. And that'll bring you to a place that looks like this. First, this blue checkmark in box highlights the selected exam that's playing on the main part of your screen. I want to point out a few other things. If you need to delete an image, you can do so by selecting the exam and clicking the trash can here. You can also annotate an image or measure things retroactively with this tool here. And lastly, you can adjust the gain and the contrast of any image using this tool. The worksheet will be on the right side of your screen. Fill it out, and when you're done, click Submit for QA and click OK. When you go back to the home screen, it'll now have changed in QA status from not submitted to pending. If you did multiple exams, you can also easily split them in QPath. This is done by highlighting the exam from the home screen and clicking Image Operations at the top part of your screen. That'll take you to a screen that looks like this. From here, you're going to need to hold down Control and click to select the images that you want to include in that exam. Once you do so, you'll see the images selected as evidenced by these check marks here. You'll click Split at the top part of your screen, and you'll have a few different options on different exam types to select from. In this case, we're splitting a renal scan, so we'll select renal ultrasound. If for any reason you need to copy an image for a different series, you'll click the Copy button here, and that'll duplicate the image and keep it in your queue to be used for a different exam type. When you're done, click Done at the bottom part of your screen, and that'll automatically take you back to the home screen, and you'll see that the image has now been split. From here, reopen the image, fill out the worksheet, and submit for QA. For attendings, we'll talk about how to transfer your images to PACS for billing purposes. This is pretty easily done. You'll select the exam that you want to transfer, and you'll select Transfer at the top part of the screen. It'll prompt you to select a transfer destination. It's very important that you select PACS and not EMR. Double-click on PACS, and that'll automatically change the icon color to this orange color as seen here, meaning that the process has been started. Once the process is in progress, the icon will actually change to this green color, and once it's actually completed and successfully transferred, it'll be gray like this. Of note, if the icon is red, that means that the image has failed and has not been transferred to PACS. We'll change gears and talk about documenting ultrasound for clinical care in HealthLink. This is easily done through the ED Navigator. You'll start by clicking on the ED Navigator tab at the top part of your screen, and then selecting Procedure Notes as seen here. It'll prompt you to use the note writer. Go ahead and select this, click Accept, and that would pull up your procedure note template. To view a list of all of the different templates that we use, you're going to click on Procedures here, and that'll pull up all of the different procedure notes. This is actually alphabetical, so you'll need to type in ultrasound into the search field here. Once you do so, it'll pull up the point of care ultrasound note. We have many different dot phrases depending on the type of ultrasound that you do. To view them, type in .emus for ultrasound, choose the right exam type, and fill out the smart phrase using the F2 button. When you're done, click on the Sign button at the bottom part of your screen. You should now be able to view the point of care ultrasound note under the Procedures tab of the patient's medical record. Lastly, if you're an attending and your resident performed and completed the procedure note, then you will need to attest to it. This is done by editing the note and typing in .usatt for the attestation template. Well, that's it. You made it through the video, and we hope that you enjoyed it. Please let us know if you have any questions or issues as you navigate the new QPathE system. Happy scanning!